All right, let's talk about three more little things that you need to know before you move on and start working on the lessons. The first one is the numbers that you see at the beginning of any exercise or passage of music. Most of the time, you're going to see 4, 4. That's the most common type of time signature. These numbers tell you how you should be counting the music. Now, you don't have to worry much more about that because all this is telling you is that you're counting 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and that's what you're going to be going with for quite some time. I'll get more into this when it's time to check out music in other time signatures. All right, now let's talk about a couple of symbols that have to do with repeat. As you know, drumming is very repetitive. And when we have a passage of music where you're playing the same groove pattern a whole bunch of times, rather than having the notation written out constantly, we have a symbol to tell you play exactly the same thing again. And this looks like a percentage sign, right smack dab in the middle of a bar. When you see this, it's telling you to play the bar before again, exactly the same way, note for note. So if you see a bar of notation and then 3 bars with this repeat sign, it means you're playing the same thing 4 times. Now let's talk about one more type of repeat symbol that you need to know, and that's the repeat bracket. When you have a passage of music that you want to play note for note again, we have an opening repeat bracket at the beginning, which looks like 2 thick bar lines with a colon. And then you'll have some music, and at the end of that passage, you'll have another repeat bracket facing the other way. We call that the closing repeat bracket. When you see these, it means that everything that's within those brackets should be played exactly the same a second time. So after you've repeated it, then you're just going to continue on in the music past those brackets once you've played it that second time. Now, all of these things together pretty much cover the basics of reading notation for the drums. You might not encounter all of these things right away, but slowly over the next few lessons you will. So it's a good idea to get to know them now, memorize what they look like and what they mean, so that when you get to the lessons, you can read the PDFs and the notation, so that you can get the most out of every single lesson that you work on.